Hey, this is Mark Moore, aka Tuxedo Mark, at various places on the internet. It's 12:29 p.m. according to a computer clock on Monday, February 23rd, 2015. And this is my reaction to Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon Crystal Episode 16, Abduction, Sailor Mercury. Gee, I wonder what happens in it. Okay, as you can guess, there's going to be a pattern in these episodes. And essentially goes up against one of the four sisters, and then essentially gets abducted at the end of the episode, and Usagi cries out their name. Yeah, last time it was Rei, Sailor Mars. This time it's Ami, Sailor Mercury. I read the corresponding chapter in the manga before watching the episode. Of course, my reading of the chapter of the manga was interrupted by around a 1.5 hour power outage, which was inconvenient. But anyway, overall good episode. I'm gonna echo with what Aurora Peachy said. It's the closest thing to filler. Not filler, really, but it's very leisurely paced. There's no action until well into the second half. So basically, Bertie, I guess that what's her name? Berthier, one of the sisters, challenges Ami to a game of chess. After the commercial break, they're already at this tournament that's, I guess, being broadcast on television. It's like they totally skipped over the preparing for the tournament, or just, I guess it's just one match, but they skip over all that. It's like, I want to play against Ami Mizuno, and then they're playing against each other. Okay. It's like that in the manga, too. The manga goes, really fast through this stuff. A lot of minutia is left out, If this was the 90s anime, I mean, there is a corresponding episode in the 90s anime. It would be episode number 25 of Sailor Moon R, which would be, let's see, episode number 71 of the overall original 90s anime. It's called For Friendship, Ami and Berthier Clash. It originally aired in Japan on October 16, 1993. Yeah. In terms of Sailor Moon R, it's a 25th episode, but remember, there was the first 13 episodes was the filler Doomtree arc, so it would actually be episode number 12 of the romance portion of R. So yeah, this Crystal is still a lot faster paced. But it's just to give you a sense of where we were in the 90s anime up to this point. And keep in mind there were 45 episodes of R in the 90s anime. Or no, not 45, sorry, 44. TV.com is weird. But, yeah. So, overall, this episode's really good. I noticed a few things cut from the manga. There was a scene where Motoki is like, I can't believe that the command center was under my arcade this whole time, and you guys are the Sailor Senshi. Motoki's cut completely from this episode, and also in Crystal as a whole. He was cut from the whole thing with the during the battle at the command center where the arcade basically was ruined or whatever happened to it. I don't know. He was cut from that, so he's cut from here too. But in the manga, he had learned who the Sailor Senshi were. That doesn't happen in Crystal. Minor thing, I guess, but yeah. Also, there was a scene where Usagi got really mad at Chibiusa, and she was about to strike her. She had her hand raised, and then Luna stopped her. The whole thing with raising her hand to strike Chibiusa was cut, and later on when in the manga Usagi goes up to her room and she's like, I was about to hit a child, I'm a horrible person. But in Crystal, all that she says when she goes up to her room is like, I'm a horrible person. It doesn't really specify why. I mean, just because she got angry at a child. The whole thing about, you know, about to hit Chibiusa, that was cut, and I'm sorry that it was, because that would have been a seriously powerful moment where, could you imagine, you know, Sailor Moon, our hero, wanting to just hit a kid? Just... They should have kept that in. During the chess match, Berthier is talking to Ami, and I think there's stuff added here that wasn't present in the manga, where there's, when Berthier's talking about Ami, Ami's having flashbacks when she was little and her father had left, I guess. I don't recall that being in the manga. But they do talk about how her parents had gotten divorced and stuff like that. But yeah, so oh, another thing that got changed in the manga, when reviewing the chess match and stuff is about to go down, I guess one of the Senshi, I'm not sure who, turns off the lights, like pulls a power switch or something, or shuts the lights off, so they could transform without anyone seeing them. Of course, then they just, you know, they yell out their transformation phrases and transform. So, wouldn't someone figure out who they were? But anyway, they don't transform here in the Crystal episode. Well, they do, but it's off screen. We don't see it, and they don't turn off the power or anything like that. They just come out of the stadium or whatever into the parking lot, transform. So they must have done it inside. I guess they're not worried about people finding out their identities. Wait, this brings up an interesting thing. Is the entire audience that was in there just creations of the Black Moon? Like those lifeless, you know, golems or whatever they are? Or were there actual living people in the audience? It's unclear in both cases, in the manga and in Crystal. We certainly never see these people again. Anyway, so of course Ami gets abducted after killing Berthier, and Usagi's like, Ami! Oh, there's a scene in the park where Mamoru's trying to hug Usagi, like kind of in a forceful hug, and Usagi is so pissed she doesn't even want to hug her boyfriend. She looks so uncomfortable. She is seriously pissed. Understandably. Overall, really great episode. I just wish they would have kept some more stuff from the manga in it. They improved the pool scene. Naru and Usagi show up while Ami's in the swimming pool. In the manga, they're walking along. Crystal changes it to they're in the water, and Naru just swims by, is like, Ami-chan! And Usagi comes up from, below the water, and she's wearing these pool goggles, and she looks so silly, and she's just making these bubbling sounds like she's trying to talk, but she's like, it's so silly. Crystal actually improved that scene. Overall, great episode, check it out. And it's just turned 12:40 p.m. and that's it. Thanks for watching.